Greetings, I am Rob Chapman and welcome to another kitchen guitar education. Today I'm going to be teaching you all about Jimi Hendrix, and I figured it would be really cool, since recently I visited Electric Ladyland, to teach you a couple of simple but really interesting Jimi Hendrix licks and phrases. With my buddy Austin,
hey.
And with Natasha, and she's like the New York Hay, so that's pretty good. We're going to go take a look at Electric Lady Studios. This is very exciting for me.
Austin Hendrix here to see Lee.
Hello.
How are you?
Felt like I was in Enter the Dragon then with the mirror section at the end.
Lee, this is Rob Chapman. Rob Chapman.
Yeah, nice to meet you. How you doing? Just talking book recorded here. Fuck. All of this. So to start with, I'm using a Fender Telecaster because I don't own a Strat. And actually it turns out Jimi Hendrix borrowed a Tele from one of his friends and recorded quite a few of the really famous Jimi tunes using a Fender Tele. He also used an SG and a V, but that's just by the by. I'm tuned to standard pitch, although I'm probably a little bit out, and I'm mostly focusing in B minor. So I'm going to be using the B minor blues scale, which is this scale. Actually, here's a close-up for you. So the first cool lick slash trick that Jimi Hendrix did that I ever picked up on and thought was really kind of out there was the bend and then release from a separate string. So this is was most apparent to me in a tune called Lover Man, which is a wicked tune. If you've not heard it, go check it out. And he takes the B string, bends it up a tone, but then he wraps his flesh of his finger over the string above, so that when he returns the bend, he's got the other string coming down. Like that. And then he'll finish it with an interesting lick that ends, normally, on a flat 7. Something like that. Let me show you nice and close up. So 10th fret on the B string, I'm taking it up a tone. And as I've left it there, you'll see that my finger is squashing the strings above it, and I'm leaning back to allow the G string under my finger so I can return the bend with the other string. Now that's pretty hard to do, takes a bit of practice, but it's really, really freaking cool. And then I'm just finishing that lick off with... So here it is again. 7th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret, 9, 8, 7, 6, that's a slide with the first finger. Second finger comes over to the root note, and then I'm reaching, leaving the root note down for the flat 7 on the D string. So you get that beautiful flat 7 diad. And the whole lick sounds like this. And again slowly. Oh, here we go. This is the room.
Beautiful room.
Thank you very much.
It's magical. Lee opened his doors.
Thank you, Lee.
Well, little brother opened the door.
That hasn't even started yet, bro.
I'm just gonna go check on something real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Are we tuned? Lick number 2 is a really cool outside note blues pentatonic lick. Now, it's outside because he's using a major third, but also the second note from a major scale, a ninth. And it's really cool sounding. Probably you've heard this from Stevie Ray Vaughan, because I think he made this lick kind of popular, but I heard it first in Red House, which is a wicked cover that Jimi Hendrix did. So check this out. Now, there are lots of ways of playing that. I'll play you a few of them. It's a really cool lick for kind of improvising inside of, because it gives you a glimpse into how you can take one simple concept and then expand it by adding outside notes or repetitive phrasing. Here it is, close up. So I'm starting on the 7th fret, and I'm going to pick it and hammer onto the major third, just a fret above. And then going to pick. So I'm flattening that first finger down to bar across the B string and then the E string. And then, little finger up here on the flat 7 on the E string. This, of course, is the 10th fret. And I'm pulling that off. So far we've got this. Now I use little finger, but you could use the third finger. Whatever you're more comfortable with is the best answer. Now we're going to go up to this note here. This is the 9th fret on the E string. It's a 2 in the major scale. We're going to pick it, then we're going to take the finger off, but not make a sound, and then pick again and hammer and pull. So you get... And that's kind of beautiful and interesting. Back to the flat 7 on the E string, B string. Pull off. And then I'm going to come down the blues scale. But when I hit this note, on the 7th fret G, I'm going to bring it up to the major note to make it sort of end. Or resolve. So you get... Now I put in this sneaky root note here, but you don't need to. I'm going to put your dirty little ML1 through that JTM. See what it sounds like.
Oh, you mean your guitar?
Your guitar. our guitar. This is a Chapman ML1. The lovely Lee. Does Lee own or run this place, or both?
He is the manager here.
He's the manager.
Yes.
Has allowed us to walk around while some fairly famous, well, very famous people are busy doing their business upstairs and around. We have a golden ticket to eat some audio candy.
Feel the vibes in the room, you know, capture the magic.
So, just for my buddy Lee, hey Lee, I love you, man. And I'm at Electric Ladyland, you're not. I'm sorry about that. Something that Jimmy did that really blew my mind as a kid when I was learning the guitar was he would leave his hand in the same place, and I only knew that scales existed in one place at a time. and he would play a bunch of scales or licks or phrases, and then suddenly he'd play a sound that sounded completely different, but his hand was in exactly the same place. And there's a great example in Red House of the thing that blew my mind, where he's going from this very minor sound, and suddenly it's major. And it completely confused me for ages until I realised that at that point he's playing over the 5th chord. So really it's gone. And we're on this chord here. And then it's going back into a minor feel. But as a kid I didn't understand this. I just thought you played the minor blues in the key of the 1st chord. That's what my mind thought. So that was a really cool little change, a modal change, where he's hitting that, you know, the 5th, and it sounds great. Let me teach it to you. And it's a great thing you can put out of the bag in a practical jam situation and just sound a little bit more Jimmy. So here's the chord that this lick is over. We're just using a root, a major 3rd, and a flat 7th. And it's this major 3rd that we're really working with and echoing. So the lick again is the 9th fret on the E string, bending it up and returning it. And then 1st finger reaches down, and then along to the B string. And that's the whole lick. And then in your mind, enter back into the minor blues. Well, there you go. 3 interesting Jimi Hendrix licks and phrases and ideas. I've been Rob Chapman. Yes, I've cut my hair. I love you guys. Take it easy. Chappers quite considerably out.